What is up guys, Aimatiro here back with another 100-day video, but for this video, we played 200 days of Going Medieval. If you haven't watched my first 100 days video, I'll link it up here, and in the descriptions below. And as always, if you enjoy these types of videos, please do let me know down in the comment section, or like the video, all that would really help me out a lot. I thought of changing it up a little bit, and there was really no challenge after the first 100 days, so I just thought of beautifying my castle for the next 100 days. So just a heads up, this would be a shorter and faster playthrough of the 200 days, instead of the usual what I did per day. But to start things off, I expanded the sleeping chambers to accommodate more settlers who will eventually join us. I also rearranged my sunken garden and added more skeps or beehives. I then expanded the kitchen as well to provide space for future production buildings since we were climbing up on the tech tree. And what kind of colony sim game would this be if it weren't for the resource gathering, so we did a whole lot of that too. Oh, and I also started beautifying our existing rooms like the library. And if you watch the first 100 days video, you might ask yourself, what on earth is that small room that I built near the entrance of the library? Well, now I continue to expand on that. Consider it a teaser of some sort for the next 100 days, which I'm doing right now. So, if you haven't guessed yet, it is supposed to be a guard tower that would overwatch the castle. I had to utilize the ladder somehow because for the longest time, we have always had stairs, and for a small tower like this, the ladder would be the best choice. Luckily, we haven't finished building the ladders yet because as the night fell on us, we were attacked by bandits. But nothing to fear, we were prepared for this as we've built late game armor and weapons, and they really do the trick. After that, I started to remodel the wooden fort we had in the previous 100 days video. It served its purpose and kept most of our settlers safe, and well, it's time to beautify everything now. And as soon as the last wooden beam was destroyed, we started our fort overhaul. With phase 1 completed, namely the first floor and the courtyard, it was time to enter phase 2, the gatehouse. Now that we have a gatehouse, time to test this against the invaders. If we only could spawn some of our own. Ah, perfect. Welcome to Dornford, my wonderful guinea pigs. Once that was done, well, the remodeling of the fort has taken its toll on our stone block resources, so we took some time off from building and gathered more materials before we continued building again. Oh wow, another incursion. Alright then lads, bring it on. Now that we have some resources, time to go build mode again and start phase 3, the castle's second floor and third floor. Or well, at least tried to, as this project of mine was really resource heavy, and I kept running out of resources, hence the many red blueprints. And finally, we have also finished the fourth phase, which was the guard tower, and we've completed the new and improved castle. What do you guys think? Do you guys enjoy a playthrough, a challenge, or just pure speed builds? Let me know in the comments below. I have some ideas for speed builds, which I know this was quite messy, but maybe in a brand new map, I can set it on relax mode just so I can focus on speed builds with proper blueprint, resource management, and building. So I can show you the complete speed build and not just part by part. Again, let me know in the comments below. From here on out, I just really wanted to restock my resources, so I built a couple of mines behind my castle. It's been a dilemma of mine that my castle felt too cramped up because of the many animals I have roaming around the courtyard and inside my castle walls. So I plan to make some sort of barn to house my animals, but more of that later. For the meantime, I just remembered that housed in my old wooden fort were these bunch of excess materials I seldom use. And so I expanded the basement with an extra storage to store the resources I have excess of, which I can then trade whenever we get merchants in our kingdom. I also built on top of this mountain behind my castle a wooden bridge connecting to a small farming area because I was getting frustrated with my pets eating my plants. Take note that I said pets and not domestic animals. It seems that pets can pass through anything, unlike domestic animals who will only stay in their pens. And I believe I'd stop training animals into pets unless they were dogs, cats, or wolves. I also noticed that my freezer was filled up and there was no extra space for other perishable resources, and so I expanded on this hall leading to another freezer, which I'll put 2 levels below. Now I've started to dig the stairway going to the other freezer. But before I made the freezer, I put into priority my barn idea as the number of livestock in my castle was giving me a headache. And so another speed build comes into life. And as soon as we finished building the barn, look who came to visit, the Circle of Avalon. Now, I've had a couple of incursions before this one, and I skipped most of them because it all ended up just like this. So I might just skip through most of it unless something noteworthy happens. So this might be the last incursion I'll show for now. I finally started the expansion of the freezer on the third basement. It took quite some time, but we managed to do it, and because of the expansion, I dedicated the freezer on the higher level to store food for consumption, seeds, and medicine stuff, and the freezer below would store everything else I didn't mention like raw foods such as meat, honey, vegetables, and ales. Once that was all sorted out, I then planned another big project, and although I never finished it on time, but maybe you can guess how it would look like in the video, and yes, I am going to make the third part because I'm just really liking the building concept of the game, so maybe in the future videos it will be something like this, short and straightforward rather than what I did for the first 100 days, or let me know in the comments below what you think, I'd really appreciate it. Anyways, I first focus on gathering more stones for the big project I just mentioned. Once I have enough of that, the big project begins. Basically, it's to expand towards the back to give space for my smelting stations, because the sunken garden was getting way too cramped as well with the apple trees and the production buildings. I've made some minor changes, but I'll leave it at that for the meantime. Again, comment below what you guys think it'll look in the part 3. And don't forget to subscribe if you guys want to stay updated for part 3. And if you're enjoying this series, don't forget to give this video a like. And that's it for me for today. I'm Aimatiro, and I'll see you guys in the next video.